Are y'all ready? What? Yeah. Y'all ready to play some football? Suggestion. Big D. Check this. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up.
If you want some, come get some. Cause where I'm from, we so big. And everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows something about.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on, people? Welcome once again to Herd Talk, and you heard it here first. Another week has gone by, another week of some exciting football. The Herd went out, had another home game this week, and came back with a tough loss to our crosstown rivals. The team across the town, and lost in overtime. It was a battle. It was a classic. That's all I can say. It was a great classic. The teams fought hard. We went back and forth. They got out to a good lead on us, and we fought our way back, made a couple adjustments, a couple of changes, and turned the game around. And it was a classic, man, and it went down to the wire. It went into overtime, and they got the ball first, and they ended up scoring and securing the bag. And we let it get away from us this time, but I can say we're going to work on fixing that and getting that straight, because we definitely had opportunities to win the game, and we just let it slip away from us. But it was a valuable lesson learned, and what I did like, though, is that with us is that I saw a lot of growth this week. I saw a lot of growth. I saw a lot of fight, a lot of push. Opposite of what happened in our first week of the season. And this week we fought back. Made a couple of changes. We fought. Guys didn't give up. We looked down the sideline. Everybody was still in it. We fought to the end. And like I said, just made a couple of tough mistakes. Gave them some opportunities in the red zone that if we took those opportunities away, if we didn't make those mistakes, it was a totally different ball game. We probably could have easily won that game. But hats off to those guys. They won, and well-deserved victory. Hey, we'll see them again and down the line in the season for our second time in their home game. Like I said, it was just a tough matchup, and they made some big plays. We made some big plays on the ground, in the air, defensively. Defense stepped up big time. Offense stepped up big time. We started moving the ball like we know we can move the ball. Had a lot of openings, man, and it was really good to see things start to show exactly what we actually can do. And it's just really the tip of the iceberg, because as we grow and get more explosive, more locked in, and more trust in each other, man, the ceiling, the sky is the limit for us, and beyond that. And I can see us becoming very, very dynamic offensively on the ground and in the air. I can see the defense just continuing to get better and better, and just hounding teams and getting after quarterbacks, and stuffing that run game and stuff like that, with just little bitty tweaks here and there and things of that nature. And so, like I said, it was a good game, man. Big ups to all the players on both sides. It was pretty much a good, tough, physical, respectable game. We had one little situation that caused for a guy from both teams to get ejected, justifiably so for both those guys. I think they learned their lesson, and they'll move back forward next week and act in according manner. So, it was just a tough physical moment on the field and stuff like that. And so we made sure that both players got off the field. They had to exit the premises, because we don't want any messing up our home field, or putting a bad image on the league itself. And so we handled that correctly, and I think it was, other than that, it was a lot of professionalism, a lot of mature ball playing and stuff like that, which can really grow the league if everybody continued on that path. It's just play smart, physical football, man, and none of that foolery and stuff like that. So salute to both teams, and to all the guys that got injured. Hey, I pray a speedy recovery for you guys on both sides of the ball, man, because I know we got families to feed and things of that nature. So, it's a rivalry type of thing, and it's physical, and we fighting for ranking and position in the playoffs and things of that nature. But you never want to see none of these young men get hurt on that field. And so, like I said, it's just good to get going, man, and just good to get that work in and stuff like that. And I can give y'all some scores from around the league. Like I said, it was a good league of football this week. I know is the Wolverines and the Hurricanes played this week, and the Hurricanes got out to a big one, and they won 56-12. The North Mississippi and the Road Warriors and the Memphis Panthers game ended in a forfeit win for the Panthers due to some technical issues with identification, I believe. So the Panthers get the 7-0 victory off a forfeit. The Magnolia Blues and the Mississippi Dogs looks to be postponed until a further date. I'm not sure on the specifications of reason why that is with those two guys. Like I said, we played the team across town. We lost 28-22 in overtime. The East Mississippi 49ers played the Arkansas Boats. The Boats won 20-0 in the shutout. Good defensive stand for those guys. The Huskies played the Kings, and the Kings won 20-12 in a good close battle. And the Bayou Vipers played the South Louisiana Demons in a game, and the Demons, I believe, came out and won 14-6 in a good defensive battle. And so it was some tough games this week. A couple of big wins and stuff like that, but the rest of them were some really close games, some tough battles. And so salute to the league and stuff like that. Guys, let's take care of our business so we can have no more postpones this season, so we can get all these games on the schedule played and handle our business, man, because that's going to be big for all of us. And for my league, what I want to put out here is just a quick message. And I know this is basically coming from the Bison organization, the Mid-State Bison, and how we're going to move forward with everything that we do to continue to improve the protocol and the respect and integrity of this football league, the SCFL. And so whenever we play a game, every single Mid-State Bison will be there with either their player card, or actually both their player card and their state ID or driver's license to prove their identification. And we will request, which is mandatory and our choice to choose after speaking to our commissioner, is that we will request every team that we play to line up, and those players will have to show their identification to prove who they are on the team, because we want to make sure that everything is on the up and up and it's all respect and it's all played fair ball. Not that I personally care if somebody wants to add a player that's not really on their roster. I don't care, because we come here to play ball. But for integrity purposes, if you are as good as you say you are, if you are as competitive as you say you are, it's not necessary. And I don't think it even should be any kickback or buck in this request, because at the end of the day, we're playing football. And at the end of the day, every man should have a state ID or driver's license. If for some reason you don't have a state ID or driver's license, then I really think you have some bigger issues outside of football that you might not need to be playing football right now, if you don't have any of those identifications on you at this time. And so, but that's what we're going to request every single game we play for the rest of this season. And we have, I believe, 7 or 8 more games to play this week. This season before the playoffs start. And in the playoffs, it's going to be the same thing. And this is the Mid-State Bison saying this is how we're going to go about our business. So every team that's on our schedule, just know when you come to play us or we come to play you, hey, make sure your guys got their identification on hand, because we're going to run through a check. We're going to pull that roster out. We're going to go through a check. We're going to make sure everything is on the up and up and respectful. I don't care if you're the top team in the league or if you're the lowest team in the league. We're going to check, and we're going to make sure everything is on the up and up. And so that's how we're going to handle business from this point on. All I know is this upcoming week, we have the South Louisiana Demons, and we're going to see how that goes and play those guys. I think they have a pretty tough defense. I haven't seen much of the offense as of yet, and so we're going to see how that goes from here. I know the rest of the schedule, the Kings and the Knights play the team across town, the Magnolia State Knights. They play the Kings in Louisiana. What I believe should be the game of the week is the Memphis Panthers and the Louisiana Hurricanes. I think that's going to be one to watch. I hope somebody goes live. I hope somebody records that game and puts it on YouTube. Which is another thing I believe that should be going, is that I believe that every single game in this league should be recorded and put on YouTube for the exposure of each and every team and the exposure of the league. It helps the league grow. I don't think there's any reason to hide film because every team plays the way they play. At this point, if you don't know what type of plays a team is running, you don't know. But at the end of the day, you don't know when a team is going to call a certain play or not. So watching film really doesn't help. Heck, just to mess with ourselves, we watched a ton of film on the Memphis Panthers, and it still didn't stop them boys from putting 50 on our head. So film helps, but at the same time, you still got to go out and execute. And they came out and executed better. So let's get that film out there, teams. Let's promote. Let's showcase the talent that's in this league, because we got a lot of talent on a lot of teams. Let's showcase it. Let's get it out there. Let's let other leagues see. Because I would love for this league to continue to grow so that we can go out and play big name teams in other leagues across the country. I think that's just a beautiful thing. If we're talking about playing big boy, high level football, that's what every team should be about. Every team should be about that. And so if you're not about that, then I really question why you're in this thing of semi-pro football, which is semi-professional, which is, trying to get to that level, which is right below it, and guys with hopes and aspirations of playing bigger ball. You want to play against the best. And I believe most of the guys on my team, to all of them, want to play against the best. I believe as a coach, I want to coach against the best. I want to see what the challenge is of playing against another quality coach or more quality coaches. No pun to any guys in this league, but I want experiences outside of it for our guys and for myself and for my coaching staff. And so I think that's just something that we should do in the league, and it's nothing to the commissioners or anything. This is just me personally speaking. And so I think it's just something real simple that should be added. I think every team, if you have a semi-pro team, just like a youth football team, which I've owned, it should be nothing to get a camcorder. It should be nothing to record football games. I'm not talking about with no trash cell phone. I don't care if it's an iPhone 14, 15, or iPhone Pro Max. Cell phone video is terrible. It's the worst thing. You can't study film. You can't create highlight reels for your players with a cell phone and the person running down the sideline wobbling the phone. Only thing you're going to get out of that is nauseated. And so record these games, man. Get some camcorders out there, guys. You got teams. If you can't afford a camcorder, you shouldn't even have a semi-pro team. I mean, tell me where's the lie. And so, but like I said, the rest of this schedule, man, the North Mississippi Road Warriors play the Louisiana Huskies. The Mississippi Dogs play the Bayou Vipers. The South Louisiana Demons, we go to those guys. The Arkansas Bolts play the Wolverines, and so it's going to be another tough matchup for football, man. But I am very interested in that Hurricanes and that Panthers matchup, or that rematch of the championship game 2 years in a row. And so that should be a great one. So I'm really, that's what I think is the game of the week, me personally. And so, hopefully it turns out to be a great one. Hopefully those guys get some good film and they share that film, man, so we can watch it, man. Hey, salute to those organizations. Salute to every organization in the league. Like I said, continue to build your programs and continue to grow these programs, man, so we can have a great league, great battles week in and week out, man. Because the frustrating thing is that, if we're not handling our business, it not only reflects us as every organization, but it reflects the league. When you have teams that can barely field a team or other things that are struggling, it doesn't shine a great light on the league, because now you have outside leagues that might want to partner with some great things. But if every team in the league isn't handling their business, it doesn't bode well. Those teams may want to shy away from us. And all I know is the Mid-State Bison is about business. We're not perfect. We make mistakes, but we're about business. I know we're handling ours. We make sure that we're prepared before every game. We make sure we're ready to travel. We make sure we're ready to host a home game. We make sure our roster is straight. And so things of that nature. And I think that's just what every team should be about. And so, Like I said, man, it's just great representation for the league. And like I say, shout out to the league owners, Miss Beverly, Mr. Brandt, and all those guys that they have working with them to just continue to work this league. I know it's a tough job. And so us as teams will critique and we'll complain about certain things and stuff like that. Sometimes justifiably so. Sometimes we go a little bit overboard off assumptions. And so, but like again, sometimes it's just the passion of everybody wanting things to be right and wanting things to be great. And me personally, that's all I've ever been about. And so I'm about doing it the right way. I'm about playing tough and fair competition. I'm about going through protocol to make sure everything is right. It's just like at the game. We went into overtime, and at overtime, we wanted to make sure that the rules were set for the referees, that it was NFL rules. Coach Lomax with the team, our opponent, he looked through the rules to make sure everything was on the up and up before we got on the field. Hey, I respect that. That's just handling business. And so that's why I'm just going to check IDs for the rest of the way, because it's all about handling business, and if we can't respect that as teams, I think that's just going to be a problem. But it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be at all. I think it should be great, man. But like I said, it should be another great week of football, man, and we'll see it, man. We finna go ahead and get ready to go to this commercial break. Hey, you guys be blessed, and we'll be back. You heard?
Looking for the hottest content in the city of Jackson and surrounding areas? Check out WeBelieveDigital.com. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We Believe Digital Podcast is here for all your podcasting needs.
The Mississippi Link is an African-American female-owned newspaper with a trusted voice that is highly respected throughout the city, state, and nation. Our motto, Keepers of the Knowledge for People Who Speak the Truth, since 1993. Link significantly influences the thoughts, attitudes, and buying decisions of its readers. Call us at 601-368-8481 for your advertising needs. If you would like to receive a newspaper in the mail each week, our annual subscription is only $52 per year. That is only $1 per week for you to stay informed regarding many stories that you can only get in the Mississippi Link. Sign up today at themississippiLink.com and click on Home Delivery.
All right, we're back, man. Back to her talk. Like, again, you heard it here first. And so, as I was saying before the break, just talking about just going through protocol and talking about professionalism and building this league up, man. I love the competition in this league. I think it's some great teams in this league, some great organizations, man. Great staffs, great players, man. We get into a little bit of trash talking here and there with things of that nature and stuff like that, but after that, man, it's all about the game, man. I don't mind these guys talking trash, from week in and week out, who's best, who's this or that, who got blew out, whatever like that. Even if it's us, hey, you got to be able to take the heat in the kitchen if you're going to dish it, right? And so I don't mind it. As long as it stays respectful, as long as it stays where it's not getting personal, it's not affecting anybody's family. That's all I care about. Because me personally, as a man myself, like, I don't get back and forth into the word talk, especially with none of these young men and stuff like that. I keep it professional as best as I could. I spend time with my players on my team. We may joke and laugh and play of that nature and stuff like that, but other than that, we keep it professional. We know when it's time to separate business from pleasure. Sometimes they might not agree with everything that I do as a coach or any of my assistant coaches, but they understand it's part of the business. And if somebody gets mad, hey, I don't get in my feelings. I don't mind if they get in theirs. We'll speak on it personally. But they know Coach Clinton going to talk to you face to face. Whatever I say to you or whatever I say to anybody else about you, we're going to talk to it face to face. They know that for a fact. So, guys have my phone number. They have the coach's phone number. Whenever guys want to talk and it's personal, we talk and we share this and that. And so, like I said, this game has to be about passion, has to be about respect. It has to be about trusting the process. It has to be about football, big boy football. And big boy football ain't emotional. It's passionate, but it's not emotional. And I say this all the time. Men move with logic. Women move off emotions. Don't mind that, Miss Ariel. Like I said, we got to be able to handle things the right way, man, to be able to carry ourselves and hold our feelings inside and not get so sensitive to every little bitty thing, stuff like that. It's gonna be some trash talking on the field. Somebody's gonna make a big play on you, you get hit, and he's in your face and stuff like that. Get up, brush it off. Hey, make him regret it on the field with your play, not getting personal, not ready to fight, and stuff like that. Keep it dirty. Don't let it get dirty. Because that's the things that can really get things out of hand, is when guys decide they want to get dirty and get personal and just do slick stuff that can injure a person permanently. And those are things that we can't have. And so that gets to the point where now it becomes disrespectful. And then those guys maybe shouldn't even be out here playing football at all. If that's the only thing they got to offer to the game is just getting dirty and disrespectful. But like I say, we're going to go out, man, and play this week and try to continue to kind of improve and get ready to build for the playoffs, man. We have 5 more division games. Right now we're 0-1 in the division with this loss that we just had in overtime, and so we have 5 more games, and I believe that we can go out and we can handle our business in these games, man. And so I don't speak to any what record it is, or if we're going to be 5-0 in these games, or 4-1, 3-2, whatever it may be. All I know is that we're gonna improve and we're gonna make the playoffs. That's what I know for a fact. And so we're looking to push and try to get to a point where we can compete for that first, second, third seed. That's a goal of ours, because this team has the talent and potential and everything from coaching to players, to personnel, to management, to ownership, to be one of the top 5, top 6 teams in this league. And that's just me personally. Everybody else can have their opinions on their teams, this, that, like that, but this is what I believe in my team. We're a top 6 team in this league, and we can be even higher than that if we're playing on all cylinders. And I know it for a fact. And so, like I said, it's going to be a great week of football, man. I didn't bring any guests today, but next week we will possibly have our next week's opponent. A couple of players from that team, the Magnolia Blues. We may have a couple of those guys get on here with me and talk football and talk about that organization and what they're trying to build over there. Because, like I said, it's about growing the league. It's about growing every organization. I have no problems with it, and if anybody else wants to get on, as far as any of our opponents in the future, just reach out to myself, reach out to my owner, Joe Brown, and you can get on here, man. We can get you on the live feed or come in person, and we can talk football, man, and chat it up, man. Get some more exposure for your guys' organization as well. Because, like I said, this is herd talk, but hey, we represent the SCFL, man. We represent high-quality football, man. We represent building and building connections, building relationships, and playing respectful ball, man, and doing it the right way. So we got nothing but love and respect for everybody and stuff like that. But when it's time to line up on that field, we're going to line up and we're going to go out there and handle business the best that we can. And so that's just Bison business, man. That's one herd, one sound. And so that's what I love about being here, man. And so this 4th year of this organization, man, is this team is growing, man, and we're going to be going places pretty soon, man. And so, yeah, I'll just watch out, man, for everything we got going, man. Shout out to Coca-Cola is joining in for a sponsor of the herd. Big shout out to Coke, man. We definitely appreciate you guys, man. And next time I come, I'll try to make sure I can get something that's to shout out Coca-Cola, man. Some advertisement, man. Because we're right in here right now, just like I said, man. Where you see the sign behind me, man. We Believe Studios, man. You know what it is, represent. And we love it here, man. We appreciate them for, man, just giving us this opportunity to showcase what we got going on. And so, and shout out to every sponsor that we have, man, because like I said, this thing is about growing and building something great. Creating something that's lasting, that creates a memory and a legacy, for everybody involved, man, and for Mississippi sports in itself, and for every player, their family, something they can look back on and talk about when they're older, man, and they're done with this game and stuff like that. So yeah, big shout out in that way, man. I'll go back to this game a little bit like last week, man. Like I said, the game against the Knights, man, like I said, that team across town, man, it was a tough game, man. It started off, man, they got the ball first. We played some solid defense. We got those guys to punt. And right off that, man, we got the ball, and We had some mishaps offensively. Excuse me. And we gave those guys the ball. I want to say it about the 8-yard line or something like that, 10-yard line, 8-yard line, man, and they end up third down going in and on a nice swing out pass by the quarterback, Hey, shout out to that guy, man. I love the way he plays the game, man. So, I don't mind giving respect. Hey, shout out to him, man. Hey, I hope you heal up fast, much respect. And he threw a nice swing pass to the outside, man. They scored and they took the lead, man. And they got a 2-point conversion and they went up 8-0. And trying to remember exactly, man, we fumbled the bag again and they end up going on us 16 to nothing. And so it got rough out there, man, and we started wondering what's going on, why we were messing up, man, because we had plenty of opportunities to move the ball, and we moved it a little bit. We just didn't capitalize, and we just made some mistakes. And I think those guys scored again, and they went up 22-0. Or no, or was it we scored? Yes. Quarterback came in and he scored and on a run at the end zone because we moved the ball down the field, and he came in and he scored, and it was 12-6. But then they scored again, I think, off a fumble return, and they went up 22-6 going into the half. And in the half, like I said, we made some changes, we made some adjustments, right out the half, and they didn't score in the second half. Not until overtime when they won the game. And we played some real good, tough, solid defense, man. And we came back and we tied the game, man, with a couple of big touchdowns, man, from one of our guys, CJ. Took it to 14-22, and another big catch by one of our good receivers, and Mr. Harris, Lamar Harris, and man, we tied the game, man. It was 22, man. And it was just a defensive battle from there until overtime, man. It was some big plays, possibly could have been made, man, on both sides of the ball, man. And guys just didn't make those plays, man. It was really tough. It was a nail biter, and it didn't happen, man. Then overtime, man, they got the coin toss and they took the ball first, and they were moving the ball, and the craziest thing just happened, man. It's like one of those just classic moments, man. It was a fumble, and we picked the ball up, fumbled again, they got the ball back, fumbled again, we picked the ball up, running with the ball. Our guy running with the ball, and he got tackled from the back, and I believe he fumbled, and they end up getting the ball back. And like I said, we had a couple of injuries. We had another guy, shout out to our guy Handy, man, one of our defensive ends. We call him Roach, and he ended up having a severe concussion. And so he had to go out the game and like that. But prayers up to him as well, man. He got banged up pretty bad, and so he had to go out the game, man. And like I said, they end up kind of getting some good runs and driving the ball down the field, and a couple of passes to kind of just keep on moving the chains, man. And they got down in that red zone, man. And their veteran leader, man, Rollo, that guy, man, he came in and scored the game-winning touchdown on a nice dive, man. And that sealed the deal, because NFL rules say if you score a touchdown first, the other team doesn't get a chance to come back. And hey, we didn't stop them when we should have stopped them, man. Hey, so you got to give it to where it's due, man. And like I said, hey, congratulations on the win. We don't like it. We plan not to let that thing happen again next time we see you guys. So that's all we can say about that, man. And and we know what you guys did at that middle of the field, man. But we're gonna keep that to ourselves. And so, hey, y'all guys enjoy this moment while you can. But hey, y'all know what Tupac said in the song, right? Revenge is the sweetest joy next to. You guys get the rest of it. So, But like I said, man, it was a good game, man. It was a good battle, and we're going to get out there, man, and we're going to continue to fight and push the rest of the season, man. I believe we're gonna do very well the rest of this season out, man, with what we have on our schedule, man, some tough opponents. But I believe this tough loss right here, man, shows so much in us that I think guys are really opening their eyes to see, what we have, what we can do. Buy more into trusting the process and what's out there given, man, and I think we're just going to open the floodgates, man, to being just a better and more complete and more consistent football team, and not making these big mental and dumb mistakes that we make on the field, man, and just giving teams opportunities to put points on the board for us. And so as we clean that stuff up, man, you're going to see totally different ball games. You're going to see totally different scores from this organization. And so, just waiting to see. We're patient, and I know what we have in house. I know what my coaching staff is capable of, man. Those guys are working and pushing, man. We talk and we communicate all the time, man. And so big shout out to those guys, man. Coach Tracy, Coach Keys, Coach Teddy, man, running that defense, man. Coach Hunter. And so, like I said, guys, we just going to continue to push and work, man. And so we continue to trust each other, man. And players trust us, man. And we all trust each other. And putting these guys on the field in the best position to be successful, man. And we're going to be great, man. And so we just got to keep working with it, man. And, and just building. And then go into this offseason, man. You guys on the outside waiting to pick a team and choose a team to go to, you'll know the herd is where you need to be at. You'll know it. And so because, like, every day is a day to get better. And every opportunity, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get somewhere where that you can compete. Because we go into that every season. Right now, we got who on the field, but every day if somebody come in, if you work hard and you're able to compete for that spot, you're going to get it if you earn it. Outwork that next man. Iron sharpens iron. Outwork that next man. If he's good, be better. If he's better, be better than his better. Continue to push and grind. Keep fighting for that spot. But at the same time, continue to be a team player. Because one thing we can't just have a whole bunch of me players. If you're not about the team, we don't want you here. But if you're about the team and about being great within the team concept, we want you in the Bison uniform. In that green, that black, and that gold, we want you in that Bison uniform. Best jerseys in the league, too, might I say. Yeah, I said it. Best jerseys in the league. Yeah, hands down. And so, and some nice ones in the league, too. But like I said, I believe best jerseys in the league, hands down. So, but like I said, man, we got a great organization building over here, man. It's like I say, just getting through them kinks and bumps and stuff like that, man. But we're building something strong, man, and it's going to be great, man. And we're getting a lot of these guys in there, man. These young guys, man. These vets that's about business, man. They're handling, man. These blue collar football players, man. They put their hard hats on and go to work. That's all they do, man. And you can't do nothing but respect it, man. And they put that work in, man. And so those are the Bisons that lead this organization, man. It's going to continue to build this organization, And so we're going to be looking for a couple more coaches to add to the staff as well, too, man. We need more guys in here, man, that know how to coach this game of football, man. They know how to relate to these guys, and that has a high football IQ, man, because that's the type of players we're looking for. We're looking for high IQ football players, not guys that just play throwback football, man. But that's herd talk for today, man, and we'll see y'all later. You heard?
Where I'm from, we so big. And everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows something about it. And I want answers now. Who, what, where, why? See, a lot of dudes like to act the fool now. Get on live, but that ain't my style.